Good morning students, I am P.R. Saugule from Computer Engineering Department. Now, in today's lecture, we will start our next unit, that is Unit 5 of the Object Oriented Programming, that is File Operations in C++. This unit having total 8 marks for final MSBT exam. This is very small unit in the object oriented programming subject. That means in today's lecture we are going to see the working of file handling in C++. How the file handling is done in C++ language and what are the basic functions that are used to perform the different file operation, that concepts we will see in this unit. Now, first we will see the basic introduction of the file handling or the file operation in C++. We know that the files are used to store the data in a storage device permanently. Mainly, what is the use of file? The files are mainly used to store the data permanently. For example, if we are going to create a one word file, then that word file is we are storing on our computer's hard disk permanently. Then that ABC is one type of word file. That is a file. That file contains any data or the information. File handling provides a mechanism to store the output of a program in a file and to perform various operations on it. The file handling mechanism mainly used to store the output of a program into a one file and it is perform the various operations on that particular file data. In a C++ language, we have a set of file handling methods. In a C++, there are different file handling methods are present. For example, if stream, op stream and f stream. These are the three types of file handling methods present in C++ language. By using these methods, we can perform the different operations on that particular file data. For example, if you want to read a particular file, then there is one method for reading the contents of the file. If you want to delete a particular file, there is also present a delete method for deleting a file. In this way, there are number of operations that we can perform on a file by using a C++ functions on a C++ method. This is the basic introduction of the file handling. One more thing you remember that so far we have been using a IOStream standard library in our program, which provides the cin and cout methods for reading from a standard input and writing to the standard output respectively. As a long time in our program, we are using a IOStream library, which provides the different input and output statement, for example, cin and cout. But now for handling a file operations, we are using a fstream library. Fstream is another standard C++ library which defines the file handling methods. Now, one by one, we will see what is file handling and how the different methods are used for doing the operation on file data. First, we will see the introduction point. It is difficult to handle large amount of data only with the use of keyboard and screen. So, we need to store the data on a secondary storage device as a data structure called file. By using a keyboard and screen, you can only manipulate the small amount of data. You can do the operation on a small amount of data. But when we want to store the data on a permanently on our storage device, then that storage, that data is called as a file. That data structure we called as a file. In short, when we want to store a data in a permanent manner in our storage device, that time we use the file data structure. The file stores the related data. A computer system stores programs and data in a secondary storage in a forms of file. In a computer system, the different programs are stored into a files. For example, consider your C++ program file. Consider any program of your C++. That program code is stored into one C++ file. You are saving that particular file as a extension by using the extension .cpp. Then your circle.cpp, that means the circle is an one type of file present in your disk. A file is a sequence of bits, bytes, lines or records whose meaning is defined by its creator and user. File is nothing but a sequence of bits or bytes or the lines or the records. That means in a file you are storing a meaningful data, and that data is created by its owner or its user. A file is a named and it is referenced by its name. Each file having its own name, and that file is referenced by using their names. For example, ABC is an one file, PQR is an one type of file, employee is an one type of file, and that files are identified according to their names. To define a file property, it is necessary to consider the operations which can be performed on a files. Each file having its properties, and that properties are assigned to that particular file by referencing the different operations which can be performed on that particular file. The operating system provides most of the essential file manipulation services such as create, open, write, read, rewind, close and delete. These are the main services provided by the operating system itself for the file. A program typically involves the data communication between the console and the program, or between the files and program, or even both ways. A program, consider your C++ program. A program provides the data communication between your runtime environment, that is console, and your program code, or it between the file and console, or even both way the program provides the communication. The program must at least perform data exchange between the processor and main memory. Whenever the program is executed, then there is an data exchange between our computer's processor, our computer's CPU and our main memory. Here data exchange actually done. The computer programs are written to store the data, that is write operation on a file. That time when we want to write some data or when we want to store some data to the file, then that time we do the write operation, and to read the data. And when we want to retrieve the contents of the file, when we want to display, when we want to get the contents of the file, at that time we do the read operation on the file. A computer program involves following two types of data communication. Whenever the computer program executes, at that time two types of communication occurred between there. First is the data transfer between a keyboard, monitor, that is console, and program, and second one is the data transfer between program and disk. We know that a hard disk or the disk is the permanent storage of the computer device. The hard disk stores the data or the files in permanent manner. The next figure shows the concept of file interaction with the console. See this figure? This figure shows the demonstration of how the file interact with our console program. This figure is mainly categorized into two parts. In first part there is an program file interaction occur, and in second part console program interaction will occur. In a computer's memory there is an our program and our data. When we want to write the data to the file, then here in a data files, by using a external memory, by using a permanent memory, we are going to be write the data to the files. And whenever the program needs to read the contents of the particular file, then by using a or in a external memory we are storing a different files, and we know that each file having its own name. That files are identified, that files are referenced by using their names. Then by using their or by referencing their name of the file, we are reading the contents of that particular file. This is a program or the file interaction. In a second part, in a second type, there is an console program interaction. Whenever the data transfer occurred between a program to the screen or to the keyboard with the keyboard, then the console program interaction occurred. In a console program interaction, we are using a different input and output statements. For example, we are using a cin statement in C++ to get the contents from the user. For inputting the data from the user, we are using a cin statement, and the input given by the input devices of the computer, that input is given to the program. And here the program is executed, and after execution, what is the result? That result is again displayed to the computer screen. That result is displayed by using a C++ output statement. By using a cout statement, we are going to be display the execution data of the program on the console unit, that is screen. In a first part, there is an file interaction where our program is directly interact with the files. File stores the any data. That information is accessed by using a different methods that are written in a programming language. In a first part, there is an program or file interaction. Here our computer program is directly interact with the file, and here a program is interact with a console. This is the concept of file handling. Normally, the files are divided into two categories, that are either text file and binary file. Text files are normal files that are created by using any word processor. In that text file, the text data is present. And second is the binary files. The binary files are not easily read and write as compared to text files, but the binary files require the less memory as compared to text file. But in a text, in a C++, now we are going to be see how the operations are done with the text file. We are in this syllabus we are reading the contents of the text file and writing the contents of the text file. In short, we are going to be see that how the operations can be performed on the text file. Now first we will see the concept of stream. Stream means what in real time? Stream means sequence of characters. In a C++, stream refers to the stream of characters, sequence of characters that are transferred between a program and input-output device. A stream is nothing but a stream is a sequence of characters that are going to be transferred between a computers or a C++ program and I/O devices. And stream classes in C++ are used to input and output operation on a files and I/O devices. You know the iostream.h. There is a stream. Stream word is there. IO stream. That means iostream library holds all the stream classes in the C++ programming language. First we will see the concept of stream. The input output, that means read and write operations of the C++ language treat the file operations in the same way as that of input output operation with console. How we perform the input output operation with the console. Console means consider your output window. How we perform the input output operation with the console, that means how you give the input. Suppose in a program you displayed one message, enter any two values. Then at the console you are providing the two integer numbers for that program. That means the input is provided through the console. That same way the file operations that can be performed with the same way the file operations are going to be performed on a file. A C++ language uses file streams as an interface between a program and the file. In a C++ language, there is one library, fstream library, which provides the interface between a C++ program and files. That class implements the number of methods for performing the operation with the file. A stream is a sequence of bytes. A stream is nothing but a sequence of bytes or sequence of characters. It acts either as a source from which the input data can be obtained or as the destination to which the output data can be sent. The stream works at the both side, that is a source side as well as the destination. As a source side, which we are going to be provide the input data, and destination is the thing at port which we are going to be output the data. A stream is a general name given to a flow of data. Stream means what? A flow of data, sequence of data. The stream that supplies the data to a program is known as input stream, and the one that receives the data from the program known as output stream. Stream is again divided into two types, input stream and output stream. Input stream means what? The stream supplies the data to the program. Input provided to that particular program is called as input stream, and the data received from that particular program is called as output stream. In other words, the input stream reads the data from a file and the output stream writes the data to the file. In short, the input stream reads the data from the file, and output stream writes the data to the file. Let's see the movement of data between the disk file and input-output stream in a program shown in following figure. This figure demonstrates the data transfer between a disk and input-output by using a stream. See, here is an program memory and here is an disk. In a disk, we are going to be store a files. Here are different files that are going to be stored on a disk, and here is an program memory. When we want to read the contents of the file, then the input, by using the input stream, the contents of that particular file are transferred to the program memory, Here a file contents are converted into a stream. This is an input stream. Here, for example, here is one file. In that file, the ABC's data, ABCD, these are the 4 characters are written. Then when that file is required for a program, then that file is transferred from a file disk to the memory. That means, in short, that file is transferred from a disk to memory, disk to program. At that time, that file is converted into a stream format. That means that file is divided, or the file is converted into a bytes. That means here is an A, next byte is an B, next byte is an C, next D. In that way, the file is converted into a stream format, and that data is given as a input to the program. Whenever the program execution is completed, then that output data is transferred by using a output stream to again that particular file which is stored on a disk. This is the interaction of file input stream and output stream. Whenever any program requires the data from the file, then at that time, by using the input stream, we are going to be input the data to the program, and the data output is transferred by using a output string to again the file. This is the data transfer done between a file and our program. There are different stream classes that are used to perform the file operations. Let's see the stream classes and the classes for the file stream operation. Let's see what are the C++ stream classes are there, and what are the classes that are used to perform the file stream operation. The file handling technique of C++ support the file manipulation in the form of stream object. By using the stream object, we are going to be perform the different operations on the file. The stream object cin and cout are used extensively to deal with standard input and output devices. We know that the IOStream library provides the cin and cout stream objects that are used to take an input and provide the output to our program, in our program. The C++ input-output system support a hierarchy of classes that are used to manipulate both the console and disk called stream classes. There are number of stream classes that are represented in next figure. In next figure, we are going to be see the hierarchy of different stream classes. The input-output system of C++ has a group of classes that defines all the file handling functions. These classes are ifstream, opstream and fstream. Ifstream classes are mainly for handling a input file. That means input stream is declared as a if stream. If stream class is used for handling a input files. Next class is an op stream. Op stream class is used for handling a output files. That means output stream is defined as a op stream, and last one is the app stream class. For app stream class is mainly used for handling of files on both input and output can be performed. App stream class is defined for handling a files, and that app stream class is derived from the IO stream class. In short, in a C++, files are mainly classified by using three classes, that are app stream, op stream and if stream. What is an if stream? This stream class defines the input file stream and is applied for reading the contents of the file. If stream is mainly used to reading the contents of the file. Next, op stream. This stream class defines the output file stream, and that is applied to create a files for writing information to that particular file. That is op stream. And last one is the app stream. This class is used for both read and write the data to the file and data from the file. For the both operation, the app stream class is used. That means if stream is used for reading the contents of the file, op stream is used for writing the contents of the file, and F stream is used to perform the file operation, that is used to open the file or used to read the file as well as the write the contents of to the file. These are the different stream classes present in C++. See these classes. Only observe the classes that are used in a file stream operation. Here I will explain the main classes of the file stream classes. First one is an app stream base. Here is an F stream base class. The F stream base class is the base class for if stream, op stream and app stream classes. This is the base class for if stream, app stream and op stream classes, and this provides the function such as open and close the file. This class provides the function such as open and close the particular file. Then next one is an app stream class. As we know that it allows the simultaneous input and output operations to the file. This class inherits the is stream and O stream classes. This class inherits the is stream and O stream. Is stream and O stream classes. Member functions of the base classes I stream and O stream starts the input and output. This app stream class provides the both input and output operation, and this inherits the properties by using the I stream class and O stream class. Then next one is the if stream class. Here is an if stream class. This class inherits both AppStream base and iStream classes. It can access the member functions such as get function of the file, next getLine, seekg, tailg, read. These are the different functions provided by the AppStream class, and it allows input operations and provides open with the default input mode. This is an AppStream class. The next one is the OffStream class. The OffStream class inherits both the AppStream base and OStream class, and it provides the member functions for the file such as put, seekp, write and tail. That means AppStream class provides the operations for the for the providing input to the file, and OffStream class provides the functions related with output the contents of the file. The next one is the file buff. File buff is used for input and output operations on file. This class inherits streamBuff class. It also arranges memory for keeping input data and for sending output. File buff, that means file buff means buffer. File buffer is one class that is used to store the data regarding the file, of which data is going to be provided for the input to the program, and what is the output, that temporary data is going to be stored into the file buff memory. Then next one is the iOS class. iOS class is the topmost class in the stream class hierarchy. It is the base class for all the classes this is the base class for iStream class, OStream class and streamBuffer class. This is the iOS is an topmost class. But you remember that all these classes are defined in the file iostream.h. And in a C++, there are number of stream classes for defining various stream operations related with files, and for doing the input and output operations with file, we are going to be use these number of classes. These classes defines the number of methods. By using that methods, we are going to be perform the file manipulation in a C++. And the iOS class is responsible for providing all input and output facilities to all other stream classes. iOS is an main topmost class that provides the input and output facilities to other remaining classes. This is the different classes present in C++. These are the different C++ stream classes that are used to perform the file manipulation. There are different methods for file stream classes. The file in the last slide I'll explain that there are different classes, that classes provides the different methods for file stream operation. First operation is an open. The open method is used to open a particular file. That means to associate with a file with a stream, we can provide the file name when initializing a file stream object, or when we can first create a file stream object, then we use a open method to associate the stream with a open file. When we are going to be see the program, at that time you will see the use of open. Then next one is the close. Next method is the close. This is another one file stream class method, that is close. The close method terminates the connection between a stream and file. The close method the close method is used to terminate the connection between a stream and our file. Then we are going to use the extraction and insertion operator. The IO class library provides a variety of methods. We know that the iStream class defines a version of extraction operator that recognize the basic C++ types and convert character input to those types. And there is an insertion operator. That insertion operator recognizes all the basic C++ type and convert them the suitable character output. That means extraction operator which gives a defined input to a file, and insertion operator is used to display the output. Then there is an next function is an get function. The get function is to get the input data, and put function is used to display the data. That the same type, the get line function and put line function is there. The get line function is used to take an input line by line. This get function takes an input a single character at a time, but when we want to provide the input a string or in a line format, that get line function is used. There similar way there are again different functions are there. Read function is used to read the contents of the file. Then write function is used to provide the write operation to the file. That means when we want to insert a data to the file, then we use the write function. The seekg and seekp functions are provide random access to the file. Then there are other functions that are tailg and tailp. The tailg and tailp functions are used to report the current file position. The tailg and tailp functions are used to take the current position of the file. These are the different methods, different functions defined by the file stream classes. When we are going to see the program, at that time in the program we are going to be use these methods. At that time you are clear the idea of these functions. What is the use of these functions, that is seen in the program. In the next lecture we are going to see the program. In that program we are going to be use of these different functions. Okay, thank you.